This is how we get down. What's good, everybody? Welcome in to a Tuesday episode of the Coach and Company Show. We are on Stadium, Bally Sports Live, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube TV, Roku TV. The list goes on and on. Also, if you choose and you want to be interactive with the show, you can watch on our YouTube channel. If you choose to do that, say hello to our chat queen, Kimberly, and also hit that like button on the way in. It really helps the show grow. Now, it was a busy day on Monday. Last night, you guys all know I'm a Chiefs fan. Hard loss to take, but at least we did it in week 5 and not in week 15. But congratulations to the Jacksonville Jaguars last night. Trevor Lawrence playing one of his best games of his career, scoring the game-winning touchdown and getting it done. How did our picks do yesterday? Well, your boy was 1-1 because I had the Chiefs minus the 3, and they blew a 14-point lead. Everybody except Raphael had at least one win, so kind of a kiss your sister kind of day, but it was a good game nevertheless. And just like we thought, if you watched Monday Night Grind live, everything hit that we talked about in the show. The rushing numbers for both quarterbacks, the running backs for the Chiefs hit their longest rush. You got to watch those shows live every single Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So much great information from Mikey, Raphael, Big Tommy, and the crew. All right, now, as for today, busy day at the brand. As always, we have the podcast around 11:15 a.m. Eastern time. Off the Ropes, 2 to 4 Eastern time on Sirius XM channel 156. If you missed any of the Coach and Bro show, and I just looked at the numbers, you guys are amazing. You find us. You can watch that on demand, me and Vince Russo. Don't forget, coming up on Thursday, we're live right here on Stadium. We have a very special guest, a former TV executive, who's going to talk to us about how all these Netflix and ESPN deals shape up and will progress as time goes along. Also, we're starting this week with midweek football. So we're calling them premium pop-up shows. And our first one will be tomorrow night, 8 p.m. Eastern time. If you're not a premium member yet, I encourage you to do so. It's very, very simple. And we do so many live bets on the show, it's going to pay for itself probably in one show. You get Raphael most of the time. He's the smartest live bettor I know. Also, Big Chuck. Also, you can rep the brand. We saw yesterday our man Walsey represent the Model of My Ass t-shirt. By the way, congratulations to Mark. He got into the lounge last night, so another member got in. And if you want to buy something, how about a little I Bet Wrestling t-shirt? Big night tonight. NXT, TNA taking on AEW, and Crown Jewel this Saturday. Scan that QR code. And if you get one just like Walsey did, send us a picture. Send us a video. We'd love to throw it up onto the show. All right, housekeeping over. We need to have a winning day today, and I got the best crew in the business. So, they're at the front door. It's time to beat the books. All right, there they are today. Look at this motley crew. And I got to go to upper left because, Raphael, even though you went 0-2 on the show, if anybody watched Monday Night Grind last night, you gave out like 5, 6, 7 winners with the information, which translated into the game. It was like watching, it was like having the Back to the Future book. It was amazing. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, family. Yes, it was a nice Monday Night Grind show because I cashed some tickets. Both quarterbacks just running wild all night yesterday. It was just crazy to see both of them rushing, not even really worrying about their arm. Their legs pretty much were making the game so watchable. So congratulations to Jacksonville for a great comeback win. Big statement win for Jacksonville at home.
Big statement win. I love a head coach that shows that he's into it. I hate a head coach that's just always looking down in the sheet. Liam, he hugs his players. He taps them on the helmet. I love that. He's like one of them, and that's the kind of coach that you want to follow. Also last night on the Monday Night Grinder, bottom right there is Mikey P. And Mikey, both quarterbacks went over 50 yards on the ground. Mahomes' number was 21.5. That was an easy cash. A lot of fun last night. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Coach. Good morning, everyone. Coach, little message of advice from Tay Swift. Shake it off. It's okay. And just saying, the Tay bonus play cash last night. You all are welcome.
That was a plus 375, was it not?
It was.
That makes up for a couple of things right there. We had a Tay, what was it called? Tay parlay.
Tay bonus play.
My God. If I never see that T-shirt again, by the way, it'll be too soon. All right, next, you can catch all of his work over there at Prize Picks. He's got the best damn beard in the game. Soupy, welcome back. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, it has been an eventful week. I went to the lounge on last Monday night, and I'm just coming home about 3 hours ago. Fell asleep in my back patio. I don't know, but the lounge is certainly an experience.
Wait a second. You were in the lounge for 7 days?
I don't know, like the last 3 or 4 days, a little bit of a blur. So Raphael would know. How long was I there?
I don't know. I got there and I was trying to find you. They said you were gone because you had a babysit or something.
All right, finally, he literally does still go to the club. None of the rest of us old asses do, but this guy does. Live from Dallas-Fort Worth. He's the youngest member of our crew, but man, we sure do love him. Young Peyton, good morning, sir.
Morning, guys. Last night, you guys all did the Monday Night Grind show. You know who else felt like they were a big part of it? Me, because I was watching during class. I love it.
I got the text. I got the text during the show. I'm telling you, we joke, but one of these days you're going to get in trouble. You're going to get in trouble. Don't call me. Don't call me. Call your dad and say, Dad.
I was just gonna say, hey, have you ever seen Coaching Company? That's my go-to. If she comes at me and say, hey, have you ever seen Coaching Company? And then if she says no, well, check us out.
I love the promotion. All right, guys, we need some fire picks today. And Raphael, if I know you, like I think I know you, after an 0-2 X day, you want all the smoke this morning. Start us off.
Yeah, it was a rough morning yesterday of picks, but we're turning around and get some redemption on a Tuesday. We're going to the first baseball game, Mariners-Tigers over 7.5. Yes, all the Tigers home games have been brutal to watch because no scoring, but the wind's kind of blowing out today, and the Seattle Mariners bats have been on fire. I think the Mariners will put some early runs on here, and Jake Flaherty is pitching tonight. His ERA this year is 5.27 on the road, so I think we'll see some scoring. Seattle's Logan Gilbert's last 3 starts, all 3 of them have gone over the total. So I just think the Mariners maybe sneak a victory out, but I just think this game goes over the total. And then, you know what starts today? The puck drops today. So I'm taking the last hockey game, the LA Kings team total over 3.5. I normally don't play a lot of hockey games in the first week, but Colorado's playing their backup goalie. If you're playing your backup goalie in game 1, I feel sorry for Scott Wedgwood. That's a great golfer name. Why is he playing hockey? Wedgwood? That's a great golfer name, but I think he puts a lot of pucks behind him. I can see the Kings winning on home ice today.
Are you technically the backup if you play game 1, or are you the starter until you're the backup?
He's the backup.
He's not good. The other guy's just hurt. By the way, classic NHL fashion. They're, most, Super Bowl champs get the Thursday night. NBA champs next Tuesday. They get the 8:00, banner. What does the NHL do? 5 p.m. Eastern today. They don't even get the sun to go down before they play their first game and the reveal. Come on, be better. All right. Who wants to go next? Scoopy, let's go.
I haven't been here in a week. I need this. I'm going with the Yankees, Blue Jays, both teams to score 3+ runs. We saw in game 2, 20 runs scored. I think we're going to see it again. Shane Bieber's going, and he's allowed 2 home runs in back-to-back starts. Carlos Rondon is going. We know that he could be inconsistent, and both teams have scored 3+ runs in 8 of the 17 games they've had this year. And I'm sticking with the diamond. Logan Gilbert, 7+ strikeouts. In 10 innings against the Tigers, he has 19 of them in 2 starts. And the Tigers, well, they are sixth worst strikeout rate since September 1st. These bats have just been so bad over the last few weeks. And I think Logan Gilbert's going to take advantage of that.
So, Soupy, how would you rate that right there?
I'm a little rusty. Feel a little rusty.
Rusty. It happens when you're in the lounge for a week. It happens. All right. Big Mikey's over there going, damn, I wish I had a week hangover going on right now. All right, Mikey P, give it to me. Let's go.
Well, Coach, you started this morning by saying I'm a homer because I'm wearing the Seattle Mariners. Little did you know I was just promoting the game and my picks today because both of my picks are on the diamond with the Seattle Mariners. Give me Julio Rodriguez, 2 or more total bases, at a plus 110. He is batting 444 in this series. So I really like Julio Rodriguez to keep his hot streak going against the Tigers. And then Seattle Mariners, if he's getting hits, the whole team's getting hits. Give me the team total hits over 7.5. A little synergy with Rodriguez. Don't worry, guys. I got it. Minus 125 for the Seattle Mariners. Team total hits over 7.
I just made some stupid sound. I don't even know what that was. I was just trying to support you on it. By the way, Soupy, everything is right in the world because you're catching strays from the chat, just like always. My man Walsey says Soupy was waiting for the Connecticut Sun to play that they never showed. It happens when you're trying to get on the TV in the lounge. Could you change it to ESPN Plus? Nope. Sorry, can't do it. They're not playing tonight. All right. Young Peyton, live from Dallas, Fort Worth, the campus of TCU, the Horned Frogs. Let's go.
First, we're taking the Blue Jays first 5 at plus a half, minus 130. Shane Bieber going today for the Blue Jays. The Yanks are 8 for 52 with 18 strikeouts against Shane Bieber. That's a 154 average. And Toronto offensively has just been ridiculous so far in this series. 81 plate appearances, 392 as a team, 8 home runs, 23 runs, just 7 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Those 8 homers and 23 runs scored are the most ever by a team over the first 2 games of a postseason series. I got them leading or tied in the Bronx after 5 innings today. And raise your hand if you knew the NHL season starts today. Before Raph mentioned it. Don't worry, you're not the only one, guys. We're taking the defending champs to cover the puck line against the Blackhawks, the best team in hockey last year, against one of the worst. I'll take Florida to cover the puck line at minus 110.
It was kind of the worst promotion for a season opening day that I can remember. It really, really is. The NBA, anybody else like the NBC promo for the NBA season where Tirico says, that's my team right there, and it's Carmelo, Reggie Miller, and then you got the Thunder. I thought that was kind of creative. Anybody else?
Yeah.
I thought it was,
Yeah. You're getting NBC next Tuesday night, by the way. I'm thinking about doing a pop-up. Don't know. We'll see. But NBC on a Tuesday during the season, that's a big deal because they have some really good shows. Look at all you guys just sitting there staring at me.
Going up
no
against,
reaction whatsoever.
It's going up against FBI when they come back. It's a tough one.
I love FBI, and I love FBI International. I love FBI Most Wanted. All of it. Chicago shows, they're on Wednesday nights.
Yeah,
so Wednesday nights is Chicago. But next Tuesday, it's going to be interesting. We got Amazon. We have NBC. We have ESPN. Billions spent in the offseason, and we get that. What's his name? Tesh with the song John Tesh. Do anybody know that he did the song for NBC?
Yep.
Yeah. So he's getting a big check at like 82 years old now. He's all of a sudden a check just shows up. Oh, they're using my thing again after 20 years. Welcome back. All right, gentlemen. Speaking of Amazon coming up, if you're watching on YouTube, we've got to discuss something that's going on today. Raphael, did you have to make odds on what LeBron's announcement possibly could be today?
No, because I think everyone kind of knows what the announcement's going to be.
Oh, Mikey's shaking his head. You've been in contact with the king? We'll discuss it here shortly. All right, great job. I love the vibe today. Love the energy. We're just getting started. Still to come. You guys know Tuesdays is always a look ahead. We're talking about fantasy players that maybe you want to play or sit. We're looking at the baseball games a little bit more in depth, but you see all the plays we have on them. Also, 4 big games we're looking forward to at the bottom of the hour. Most of them are late Sunday night, or Monday night. 2 more Monday night games next week, and then we sound off. Mikey, is it good today? The sound off good today?
Oh, it's very, very good.
Oh, I can't wait for that. All right, we're just getting started. It's Coach and Company on a busy, busy day right here on Stadium, Bally Sports Live, YouTube, socials. We don't care where you get us. We just care that you get us. Come on back. All right, young Peyton, we got a note today. It's called The Second Decision, and you are and your father 2 of the biggest Laker fans that I know. At least your dad is. What do you think LeBron's second decision is going to be today at noon Eastern time on X?
Yeah, me and my dad love the Lakers, but we don't like LeBron. Oh my gosh, he's so dramatic. A big announcement at noon. I mean, is this LeBron or Donald Trump? I mean, what is going on? If it's retirement, okay, yeah, but if it's anything other than retirement or anything other than this will be my final year, then this is way too dramatic. I don't know.
I had to live through the Boys and Girls Club $3 million announcement, Cleveland to Miami, all those years ago. It was my time. I was going from WWE to ESPN. It was a big deal because I lived in that area. Mikey, what do you think it's going to be today?
Today is the lovely beginning of not the end for LeBron James, but Prime Day on Amazon. And with the NBA getting on Amazon this year, I think we're going to see LeBron, the ultimate troll, discuss Prime Day.
So we're going to be disappointed, Soupy, I think, when it happens today.
I do kind of think I agree with Mikey. I think it's just some kind of elaborate commercial for DraftKings or maybe Prime Day, something promoting the NBA season. I don't think this is LeBron's last year. He's not that type of guy. He's the first player to be playing in his 23rd season. So I think he's going to keep that going.
That's crazy. I mean, the fact that Raphael, he can stay in this kind of shape is absolutely amazing.
Yeah, I kind of believe in both what they're saying. I think he does the marketing point, but at the same time, I think he does this his last year. He cannot just say, hey, sign up on Amazon Prime to watch NBA games, because that'd be back-to-back horrible decisions that we had to watch. Because he regrets that. If you ask him one-on-one, he regrets that decision day, the first one. If he does another horrible one, he'll never live it up. So I think he announces both of them.
Interesting. I think he has a deal with Amazon. I still can't figure out how he has a deal with DraftKings when betting is such a big deal not to do as a player. I'm still trying to figure that one out. But anyway, we're back live. 5 seconds. All right, player props, fantasy, always a big deal in the NFL. And as you guys have seen through the first 5 weeks, every single yard, every single point absolutely matters. It has been bonkers, absolutely bonkers through the first 5 weeks. So I tell my guys, all 3 of them, that I need a couple of different players that I can sink my teeth into to get ahead of the game, ahead of the curve heading up this week, whether it's fantasy or whether it is a player prop. So, Young Peyton, I want to start with you, sir. What player are you focused on first today?
Yeah, I'm going with Justin Herbert. He will have a massive week 6 this week. He's had a rough past couple of weeks, putting up only 18 and 10 points against the Giants and Commanders, but he's going to Miami. I've heard that Miami's had some issues defensively lately. Yeah, the issue is they're horrible. Herbert just lost Omarion Hampton to the IR after an ankle injury. He's got Hassan Haskins, and that's it right now in the backfield, who fantasy managers should pick up because they need to establish the run somehow in the Chargers. But I think Herbert has a huge week 6, finding Keenan Allen, who just became the fastest receiver to reach 1,000 receptions. Think about all the greatest receivers that ever played the game. Keenan Allen, fastest to reach 1,000 career receptions.
I'm going to talk about the guy who got me into the lounge last week, former Giant great Darren Waller. I think he is going to be a top 5 tight end for the rest of the season. He's already caught 8 of 9 targets for 105 yards and 3 touchdowns in just 2 games. He is going to become that second option behind Jalen Waddle for Tua. And this is the most dominant pass percentage team. They are throwing it 63%, second in the league, because that defense is terrible. They're always going to be playing behind. I think that is going to help Darren Waller get that volume play, and he's going to be a top 10 by the end of the year.
Michael Carter. And it's not because I think he's going to be fantastic, but it's because his competition, Amari DeMarcado, can't hold on to the football. I've heard fumbling the bag. I've never seen fumbling and fumbling your roster spot all at the same time. So if you're looking for a bye-week replacement running back, get Michael Carter of the Arizona Cardinals.
Did you see the head coach apologized to him?
Don't
apologize to him. That's giving the game away. You can't drop it at the 1 on a 71-yard play and go, oh, I'm sorry for the outburst. No, you run. Barry Sanders, hand it to the referee. A lot of people were, I think it was 4,000 people dropped out of the circa millions suicide pool on Arizona. Brutal. All right, coming back to you, young Peyton. What's your second storyline today?
I'm still in my suicide pool. Let's go. How about
Let's go.
Washington's secret weapon, Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt, the best name in the NFL. He's a rookie, a 7th-round pick out of University of Arizona, ran for 111 yards on 14 carries and had those 2 touchdowns. He had a terrific day against the Chargers last week, and with Scary Terry and Noah Brown out, he's going to keep getting tons of reps and tons of opportunity. Next week, they play a non-existent Bears defense. Sorry, Mikey P. Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt is a must-start for Week 6.
Did you start Uncle Rito Dowdle last week? Good, because you got his peak. He is never even coming close to those numbers. 206 rushing yards and a touchdown, but it looks like Chuba Hubbard might be back, and I don't think Dowdle is getting that feature back role. Hubbard is still the better running back. I think this is going to go from a sort of 70-30 split. I think Dowdle has earned some more carries. I think this is now going to be a 60-40 split. I even think that the Carolina passing game is going to get better. Jalen Coker should be back in the next week or two. So I think you just saw peak Rico Dowdle. If you could sell him off at this value point right now, I think you should do that.
I know the cliche is, do you guys know the Muffin Man? But I'm going to ask, do you guys know A.J. Barner, the Seattle Seahawks tight end, one of the fastest rising tight ends in not just fantasy football, but in the NFL? He's becoming Sam Darnold's favorite target, especially in the red zone area. He had 7 catches, 53 yards, and not 1, but 2 touchdowns for the Seahawks last week. Again, you need a tight end. A.J. Barner is the way to go.
I got to be honest with you, man. This is why I take notes even though I'm hosting this damn segment. There's a lot of things that I don't know. You asked the question. No, I have not. It's hard to watch everything. It's hard to pay attention to everything. But, man, it drives me nuts, too, because I don't do a lot of props. But when you see a guy who goes off like, how did I miss that? How did I miss that? How did I miss that? Gentlemen, well done today. Really, really well done today. All right, let's flip it over now to the 2 baseball games. And over at BetMGM right now, the Mariners are minus 135 on the road to win game number 3. I need to see my man Raphael, because Raphael, I know you're always looking at games well ahead of time. This is a 4:08 start today. Flaherty's on the mound for the Tigers as a underdog because Gilbert is pitching for the Mariners. Should the Mariners be the favorite today?
Just because the Mariners bats, I think that's the reason why. And the books are begging for Tigers money. So if you like the Tigers, I would say maybe wait, because it wouldn't shock me if we see a minus 140 on the Mariners as a road favorite. So you're getting fantastic value on the Tigers. Dude, this guy, I think one of the games goes under, one of the games goes over. This one still, to me, we're playing in Detroit. I know the wind's not blowing in. It wouldn't be shocking if we see a low scoring game like a 4-3.
I think one of the guys today has the over in this game. I can't remember. I think. Young Peyton, when you look at this game, because I know you're big on prep. You're big, which I love about you. I'll ask you the same question based off of what Raphael just said. Should Seattle, because both of these games have gone right down to it, if not into extra innings. So a lot of people feel like this could be another tight game.
Yeah, Gilbert against Flaherty, 2 guys who really didn't have their best years this year overall. 3.44 ERA for Gilbert, which is still phenomenal for anybody else, but he hasn't had a winning record in 2 years. Jack Flaherty was bad this year. He lost 15 games this year for Detroit, but the leashes are short in the postseason. We might not see these guys out there for too long. Seattle was 3 games below 500 this year on the road, so they were average at best. Give me Detroit to take the lead in this series, especially at plus money. I think they're a great value today.
By the way, on the run line, they're minus 160, getting a run and a half, which in the playoffs feels like 2.5 sometimes. So let me come over to you, Soupy. Based off of what Peyton just said, the leashes are, we played last week, I think it was Yu Darvish, and he was out in 3 outs or 4 outs, something like that, and we had his over 4.5 strikeouts. Do you look to fade? We're not doing 49ers Buccaneers right now. Do you look to fade pitchers in the postseason a little bit more than you do in the regular season?
Yeah, because the managers do like to go to the bowl, especially Detroit. Detroit is known for, if they see any pitcher in trouble, doesn't matter if it's a second or third inning, they'll yank them. I think Skubal is the only one that sort of gets that sort of you can play it out. And Flaherty last year with the Dodgers in the playoffs, I believe his ERA was something in like the 7s. He had some really bad starts against like the Mets. He gave up 8. I believe he gave up 7 in the World Series in one of those starts. So even though he pitched fine that last series against Cleveland, he could have that bad start. So I think it'll be a short leash for him.
What about you, Mikey? How are you looking at this game to attack it if you had to?
Well, first off, I just want to address I'm not going to waste Rant Wednesday tomorrow on bullpen games, but they are the dumbest thing we have seen in baseball, especially in the playoffs. Let me just say that. But Jack Flaherty, you guys are absolutely right. Not only am I all over the Mariners today from a hitting prop perspective, I'm not sure that I have full faith in Logan Gilbert. But when it comes to Jack Flaherty, I think he's going to get 3 at-bats, and that is it. Soupy just talked about how much the Tigers have a short leash on their pitchers. So I am fading everything Detroit and all in on Seattle's bats today.
All right, let's flip it over now to the second game tonight. And you talk about backs against the wall. It feels like the first series, Raphael, when the Yankees lost the first game and they had to win 2 straight against the Red Sox in Yankee Stadium. They're going to need to do that again, or they're going to go back to Toronto down 3-1. You're laying 55 cents on Carlos Rodon. What are we doing?
I agree, especially the way Toronto's been swinging the bats. Yes, back-to-back games over double-digit runs, but if you go back to the regular season, that's 3 straight games that they've scored double-digit runs. Their bats are hot. Vlad is hot right now. How do you not look at the Blue Jays? Because this number is only going to go higher. Yankee money is going to come in all day because their back's against the wall. They don't want to get swept. If you like the Blue Jays, like I do, I'm waiting till maybe 5 minutes before the first pitch to get the best number as possible. So Blue Jays has to be the play and the over. I mean, piggyback on the last game. The wind shifted. I just got a report about like 5 minutes ago. The wind shifted in Detroit. It's blowing out a little bit more on right field. So look for maybe a lineup change. I would think we might see a lot of lefties going up against the lineup.
You just gave me an idea. Maybe I'll have producer man make a baseball map.
Stadium.
If anybody knew how to do that with arrows. Young Peyton, let me come over to you. Sorry, a little petty machete today. Haven't done one in a while. Normally, you start a series low and then go high. This has been 2 high games. Do you feel more offense today, more runs today, Peyton?
I just think this series ends tonight, which is wild to say. I think the Yankees season is going to come to an end at the end of the night, and we're going to go to bed saying, they had a good year. But the Blue Jays offense has just been sensational. Carlos Rodon, he won 18 games this year. He was great. But if I'm the Yankees, I'm asking myself, when can Cam Schlittler pitch again? The Blue Jays have seen Rodon just way too much, and they see him well. They hit him 254 as a team against him. Shane Bieber's been phenomenal since he's thrown on a Blue Jays uniform. Yankees have trouble hitting him. They hit 154 against him. I think the Jays complete the sweep finally tonight.
And I'm an idiot. I said go back through. I keep forgetting it's 3-5-7. They've changed it so many times over the years that I never know how long these series are going. But Peyton does. Thank God we have him. Soupy, talk to me on this one.
I'm taking my fandom out of this. Rondon, what he needs to do is he needs to put up the zeros. That has been the problem in this series. Luis Heel didn't do it. Even Max Fried didn't do it. The Yankees just sort of need to get a lead, and I think that can help their momentum. I think in Yankee Stadium it's going to help. It's actually going to be a unseasonably warm night. It's going to be in the low to mid 70s, so I think the ball's going to fly. That's why I would stick with the over. I'm just not going to take either team because the Yankees do play better in the playoffs at home.
All right, Mr. Mikey P, bring me home. 30 seconds.
I don't want to dance on anyone's grave, especially as a Red Sox fan. But if this series ends tonight, I will definitely not be shedding a tear. I don't see the Yankees getting it done. And let's continue the narrative on Aaron Judge in the playoffs.
It's becoming very Dan Marino-ish. And yes, that deserves a Raphael clap. This guy, and I wonder how much it really bothers him, because when you make so much money now, a lot of players don't. I think it bothers him. I think his greatness, he wants to be a Yankee great. And you're not going to be talked about with the Mantles and the Roos and the DiMaggios until you win a chip or multiple chips. And he's not getting any younger. This is a problem for the Yankees. They've got to figure out how to perform in the postseason. All right, still to come on the other side, it's time to look ahead to 4 big NFL games. NFL has been absolutely bananas. It's never too early. This is Coach and Company, Stadium, and Bally Sports Live. Come on back. Welcome back, and look who's fully back into the fam. Took him a little while, Raphael, but our guy, Big Cheesy, you're going to have pop-up shows without me. New member, Big Cheesy, all the respect. Raphael, your thoughts?
I thought he was a member, but that's even better that he's a member now. So I always love Big Cheesy. He needs to come to the show, and when we're doing our pop-ups, he needs to jump in the chat.
I know. Well, he started making picks on his own, by the way. So I think he has visions of long term. I saw a couple of his videos. Probably give him a little tweak here and there, but got to start somewhere. You know what I mean?
Cash tickets.
That's not the only thing. We know that. Young Peyton, the Dodgers, I think, have been the best team so far. When you go on the road and you beat Philadelphia, Phillies are kind of like the Yankees. Phillies fans are driving themselves nuts. What do we need to do after great regular seasons and then our playoffs end so damn quickly?
It's very unfortunate for the Phillies. This series is over too because the Dodgers, their offense, we knew they weren't going to have an issue offensively, but this is all because of their rotation. The postseason rotation, as we all know, is shortened to 3 men. You got Yoshi Yamamoto, Shohei Ohtani, and Blake Snell as your 3, and then you move your other guys. Tyler Glasnow's in your bullpen. He was available last night. They just didn't need him. Emmett Sheehan and Roki Sasaki, those guys are back there as well, and they're matching up and putting in Roki Sasaki, who's coming out of the bullpen throwing in 100 miles an hour. It's ridiculous. Their bullpen looks fantastic now.
You said a couple of those names, and I looked down at Soupy, and his eyes kind of glazed over just a little bit. And, it is what it is. Soupy, real quick, your thoughts on the Dodgers. Are they as good as we think they are? Maybe to repeat.
Did not have the best regular season, but guess what? When in October, it doesn't matter. And they are looking like a well-oiled machine right now. And when you can sort of have that plan and it falls into place, man, it looks good for them right now.
It does look good for them. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they'll play fanboy over there with his Mariners cap on. You just have a whole closet full of whatever team is playing that day.
You know what? I didn't want to take shots, but good on Big Cheesy for becoming.
We're back. We're back in 5 seconds. I'm not going to let you finish that. Let's go. All right, welcome back, everybody. I got all my guys for this segment because through 5 weeks of the NFL season, it's been absolutely bonkers. Bad beat after bad beat after giving up a double-digit lead after giving up a double-digit lead. It's been absolutely crazy. So, Raphael, I got to start with you because I always like to start with the numbers. That's the reason we do this every single Tuesday. And we just talked about Big Cheesy. His squad's the 49ers. They have a big bet. He's got a 2-game lead on me right now at 4-1. But they're going to travel all the way to Florida this week. Should the 49ers feel confident with the way they played last week against the Rams?
Yeah, it's a horrible travel for the 49ers to go all the way to the East Coast to play Tampa Bay. This one opened up the Bucks -1.5 and quickly got bet up to -3. It would not shock me if we see 3.5 on the screen just because the Bucks are the Kool-Aid flavor of the month with Baker Mayfield just playing outstanding ball. 3.5 will be the closing number.
All right, Peyton, let me come over to you because the 49ers, they looked really good. Mac Jones, I think he was trolling all of us a little bit with the knee injury. Then all of a sudden, 3rd down and 5, and you're running just fine. I actually liked it. But this is a really hard game. The Bucks, I don't know if their narrative's always going to be wait till the final minute to win the game. But 4 out of 5 weeks, all 4 of their wins have been in the final minute of the game. That builds character.
Yeah, it does. Matthew Stafford threw for almost 400 yards, had 3 touchdowns, and the Niners still beat him. Why? Because Mac Jones answered with 350 of his own and had 2 touchdowns. He looked great against a good Rams defense, but Baker Mayfield is an absolute dog, and I just don't see him losing at home. I like the over, and I like the Bucks to cover.
It does. They have been an over team, Mikey, haven't they?
They absolutely have been. But you talk about the travel schedule. What about Tampa? Playing at home, going to Seattle now, coming back home to play San Francisco. I would be a little cautious on that, but I like the Buccaneers to probably handle the 49ers with Baker Mayfield and Petty Machete.
And you notice this is a 4:25 game. We always go in order of time, which means the 1 o'clock slate sucks. And it sucked last Sunday as well, which is why there's all those crazy scores. Soupy, let me come over to you. Because the 49ers, they feel like they're kind of at the end of their window. Because whenever you get a really good quarterback, it's usually 3 to 5 years max. They've had their Super Bowls. They got rid of Debo. But maybe they still have a little magic left.
It's just the way Kyle Shanahan coaches this team. Players come in, players come out, same result, just rate fishing. That's why Mac Jones is thriving in this offense. What I'm nervous about with Tampa Bay is you saw they had no run game last week. Rashad White, 14 carries for 41 yards. You cannot do that against a San Francisco offense that can do both. That has Christian McCaffrey. When I look at the matchup, I always say, who's the better running back? It's Christian McCaffrey. I'm going to take the 49ers.
All right, let's flip it over to Sunday Night Football now. And the Chiefs absolutely have their backs against the wall. And probably the one team, if you ask them with a lie detector on, that they don't want to play right now, needing a win, the team that's coming to Arrowhead on Sunday night. The Detroit Lions are red freaking hot. And Raphael, it's hard to criticize Patrick Mahomes, but last night, the 99-yard pick six changed the entire game. He's got to be a little more selective on throwing the ball, but he does everything for this team. This is basically a pick 'em, but the books say the Lions would be favored on a neutral site. Is this number correct?
The book say something, but the better just said something different 15 minutes ago because now Kansas City's -2 over at BetMGM. So it was a 1.5 at 9 or 10:05, and then we did the whole show, and now we're at -2. So money coming in Kansas City, which I don't understand. We were getting ready to post Kansas City -2, 2.5 if they would have won last night. They didn't win, so we dropped it down to 1.5. Some books even had them a pick. So I'm a little bit puzzled why Kansas City money came in and now it's -2 because right now I think the Lions are the best team in football.
I think what it is that people saw them play their last home game where they rolled over the Ravens, and last night they're up 14-0. They're going to be kicking themselves for a long time for blowing that game last night, Peyton, and they've got to pick themselves up because if they go to 2-4, now you're just focused on the division, and that number one seed is way out in the distance.
Yeah, it's hard to win when you throw a pick six for 99 yards. You said it, Coach. But credit the Jaguars for playing their tails off last night. Detroit played the Ravens, who were healthy at the time in Baltimore, and Detroit beat them by 8 points. How do you not take them in this game? I'm taking the Lions at whatever, that -102. It's probably going to go there's probably going to be more Lions money coming in the future, I'm guessing. I just put my Raphael hat on for a minute.
They have so many weapons, Mikey. When you have your stud wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, who could care less if he has 1 catch or 8 catches, that's very, very rare. He also blocks. They've got 2 dynamic running backs. Montgomery threw for a touchdown last week and ran for a touchdown last week. Right now, I think the Lions should be the favorite to go to the Super Bowl out of the NFC.
Yeah, they should be the favorite. I think the wild card there is Dan Campbell, and if he's going to try to outcoach himself and look like the greatest football coach of all time. But on the other side for Kansas City, I hate to say it, without a 99-yard pick six, the Chiefs win that game. And I think that's where this early money is coming in on Kansas City, putting my Raphael hat on, like I know what I'm talking about. But when I look at the Chiefs, I really think they're right there. The AFC West is wide open for them. Never mind the number 1 seed. Right now, you just have to get into the playoffs and let Mahomes do his work. I think they're going to rise to the occasion of the opponent when Detroit comes to town.
Yeah, they're only 1 game back. You got the Chargers in Denver at 3-2, and the Chargers have nobody left. They're sinking like a ship right in the middle of the season. So, Soupy, the Chiefs, it's not desperation by any stretch, but they got to stop these stupid penalties. And against Detroit, and you can't get off the field on 3rd down, that could be a very, very long day because this is the one team that goes for it on 4th down more than anybody anywhere.
Detroit is going to throw everything at you. They will pass on 4th. They will run on 4th down because they have the weapons to do it. Finally, though, we saw Kareem Hunt get involved for the Chiefs. I think that's what they need to do. This has been one of the most heaviest pass teams in the league. They need to balance, try to exploit that good Lions defense. I'm going with the points. I think this is going to be a tough one to pick because I think it could swing either way. I think we're going to see over 50, definitely.
Yeah. Go ahead, Raphael.
Shop Brown, if you like the Lions money line, Chiefs money line is coming in with the short number at -2. You can get +120 right now on the Detroit Lions money line. +120 means the number is about maybe +2 or 2.5. You're getting outstanding value for the Lions money line.
By the way, thank you, Raphael. To Soupy's point, Hunt had 49 last night. Pacheco had 36. Both running backs hit their number. Mahomes had 60 on the ground last night. Thornton You might be hard to keep him off the field when Rasheed Rice comes back. He had 90 yards last night on 3 catches. He's become like that deep. And then Tay Boothang, 7 for 61. I think this is his last year, though. He doesn't look like he's enjoying himself very much. Maybe he's focused on the rehearsal dinner or something. I don't know. It's hard to tell. All right, we got 2 Monday night games to rip through real quick because I promised my man Mikey we would do the Bears and the Commanders. But first, you've got the Bills, who were the Super Bowl favorite for everybody, betting and in your hearts, and they lose to the Patriots and Drake May, and now they've got Monday night, and they have the first game at 7 p.m. Eastern, which means the Monday night grind is going to start at 6:45 on Monday. So, Raphael, Buffalo, the bitter rivals, the Atlanta Falcons on how do we get that for a Monday night game?
But Chick-fil-A's open on Monday night at Atlanta, so we can
Yes,
get that.
it is.
This is kind of interesting because if the Bills would have won against the Patriots, this number would have been a solid 5.5. I do my meetings on Sunday nights. We're going back and forth with this one. 4 is posted. I wanted to do it a 5 if I still ran a book. I would have done 5 because Buffalo money is going to come in, and then you're looking to attract Atlanta money. So I'm a little bit shocked that it's still at 4 because I think Buffalo money is going to continue to come in.
It really feels that way. Peyton, Buffalo is normally a dynamic offense. They just had a bunch of turnovers on Sunday night. The Falcons have been so like this so far this year.
Yeah, Buffalo looked terrible against the Patriots. Their defense let Drake May do whatever he wanted to, but their offense looked even worse. And on Sunday night, could we give James Cook the ball, please? The man rushed for 132, 108, and 117 yards in his last 3 games, averaging 20 carries a game in that span. And you give it to him less? That doesn't make any sense. The Bills are going to be fine, as we know, but they need to figure it out offensively, and I think they do so in Atlanta. I like them covering the 4 because I can't trust Michael Penix.
Hey, you got to listen to Chris Collinsworth. He's like, man, they need him for the playoffs, so he's got to run in the regular season. Soupy, Buffalo just a aberration, or should they be concerned?
No, I'm not concerned with them at all. Raphael's saying that this number could go up. Take the -4 now. I don't believe in the Falcons. They've beaten Washington, who was starting Marcus Mariota. They beat Minnesota, who had J.J. McCarthy might have been hurt in that game, so who knows how he was. And they got blanked by the Panthers. Yeah, the Panthers beat the Miami last week, but they're still the Panthers. I believe in the Bills.
All right. One more Monday night game. Let's flip it over because there is hope in Chicago. There is hope with the Bears. But they have Jaden Daniels and the Commanders on tap. So, Mikey P, floor is yours.
Well, I think this is going to be a game of setting a culture and future for Chicago because you have to come in and you have to right the wrong of last year. I think everyone knew when the Bears lost to the Commanders on that crazy Hail Mary last year that it was going to be a free fall from there. They went on to lose 10 straight. Ben Johnson energizing this team. Can he really take them to the next level? He's going to have to beat Washington in Washington and avenge their loss from last year.
Raphael, should we believe in the Bears at 4.5? Is this a good teaser spot? Potentially up to 10.5?
When I saw this matchup, I just thought of the game last year and how it broke the soul of Chicago when it was the end of that game. I like the total. I think we're going to see a lot of points scored in this one. I wouldn't shock me if we see 51.5. This total opened up at 49. I think we see a lot of points scored.
It's going to be a really good game. And I think when in the NFL, when you go on the road and you win a big game like they did last week at SoFi and you test that injury out, and Jaden Daniels, he didn't look like he was hurt whatsoever. We can't sleep on this team. And I think this is going to be a great game. By the way, producer man, of course, told me I was incorrect. 7:15 is the start time of game 1. 8:15 is the start of this game. So we'll be on normal start time. I think last night they made a mistake because I saw the graphic last night and it said 7 and 8. And maybe that's when they start the broadcast. I don't know. I'm not going to own my mistake. I won't do it, damn it. I won't do it. Coming up on the other side, it's Tuesday. It means we're going to sound off some of the best sound bites from the weekends when the coaches get ticked, the players say whatever. I absolutely love it. Come on back. It's Coach and Company on Stadium and Bally Sports Live. If you ever have a question or a comment and you would like us to address it live on the air, you can do what Caleb Daniels just did. A nice $20 super sticker. It really helps the brand grow. It goes the production costs, which are excessive these days. So thank you, Caleb. And would anybody like to address his question in the chat? Troy Smith's lackluster and disappointing NFL career. Anyone?
I just think his size was, I think, his biggest hurdle. I mean, he came out as Ohio State, one of a smaller quarterbacks. I think that's what happened. He was a mobile quarterback, but back then, mobile quarterbacks weren't what they are now. If he would have came back in, let's say, in the NFL now and how they do quarterbacks, he might have had a totally different NFL career.
I feel like he was kind of undersized a little bit too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't he almost like a Pavi type of a body?
But he was great at Ohio State. I loved watching him at Ohio State.
He really, really was. He really, really was. By the way, Ohio State, Mikey, they might have the best defense in college football right now. Washington scores 6. Minnesota comes to their house and they score a field goal. Is Ohio State clearly, in your mind, the team to beat right now?
Well, I think Ohio State and Miami are the programs to beat. I'm not ready to give one over the other yet, but I will say this. There is no better player in college football than Caleb Downs of that Ohio State defense. He should be a number 1 pick, and I know everyone's like, oh, safety can go number 1. Yes, he deserves to go number 1.
What do you think over there, Peyton? You're my college kid.
Well, it's definitely not the TCU Horned Frogs. God, that was brutal. Yeah, no, I like Ohio State. They're probably the best team in the country right now. I thought Miami was insanely overrated before last week until they controlled the heck out of the game against Florida State last week.
Yeah, that spread was, or the ending score was not nearly as indicative. Florida State scored that late touchdown, tried for the onside kick. Soupy, I got 15 seconds for you. Do you love Ohio State?
I love Ohio State, but I love Miami more. Carson Beck, to me, is looking like the Heisman favorite. Malachi Toney, 17 years old, and he is one of the fastest guys I've ever seen. I love Miami right now.
They're good, and they're fun, and they're the U. We're back. 5 seconds. You know, if you watch the brand, you support the brand, and we love all of you that do, and we're growing our fan base every single day. You know, we're not just about the picks. They're important, but we are sports fans at our core. And there's been so many crazy storylines that have gone on this year. Great wins, bad wins, coaches that are frustrated, players that are even more frustrated or happy. And on Tuesdays, right here, right now, we love to sound off.
Here. After a win like that, what does the locker room look like after the game?
Disaster. There's water flying everywhere. There's music. There's guys that can't dance that are dancing. There's coaches trying to be dancers. It was exciting to be in there. I mean, it was some Saturday after games that have been kind of lonely and sad. And this will be the first Sunday we had where we kind of celebrate a little bit and enjoy a victory and then get ready for another tough opponent. But that locker room is probably still going in there. You think it's Mardi Gras or something happening.
Coach, is this one personal for you?
100%. Obviously, I love those guys. Still got a good relationship with those guys. Got a lot of respect for them. But I love the game of football more. And every time I go out here, I'm trying to prove it, not only to them, but to myself. So.
And you told us that this guy right here reminds you of a young Josh Allen. Did you see those stiff arms and what this guy was doing tonight?
He was running around. He was making plays. You can't say it didn't look Josh Allen-like, but that's Drake May.
TCU was – I went to that game, and that was one of the saddest feelings I've had in university so far, and I've failed midterms before, so that's saying something.
And, you know, right now Drake May's playing with the greatest tight end in the history of the New England Patriots, Hunter Henry.
Wow.
I mean, this guy's like electric.
You Shots fired.
I knew I was coming back with you. I knew I was coming back.
Only second to that Russo guy.
He's a good player. That Russo guy was unbelievable.
Only second to the Russo guy.
That was fun. I'll just keep taking my shots over here. And you got to give credit to this rookie sensation wide receiver out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbegbue, going for over 100 yards. Emeka Egbuka. I'm getting confused. He's going lights out.
He was really frustrated at the, you know, just like he's as I was, and you know, we talked about the challenge ahead to get ready for the Chargers. That was kind of the extent of it.
What was that? Did he take an edible before the press conference? What the hell?
Stroke.
And by the way, why is Raphael taking strays by the UCLA head coach? People that are dancing that can't dance, Raphael, I would never take a shot like that at you. Never, never, never.
It's because I can dance, Coach. You can't take a shot at me.
We've seen you in the lounge. Yeah, I mean the whole reports of you twerking and all that. It was a little embarrassing. Peyton, I think that was the young lady who sits 2 down from you in your evening class, I believe.
Yeah, exactly. Because we all failed our midterms, so that's definitely what we're talking about. One of the saddest universities, Coach. Hold on, let's address this for a minute. We are ranked top 10 in happiest students in the country. Look it up. That is a real fact online. It's right there for you. Those were all kinds of great sound bites, though. Oh my goodness, Soupy's clearly been hanging out with Gronk, right?
Clearly. And by the way, Tom Brady proved he's bad in studio and on a game on the same day. It's amazing what he continues to do. Oh my God. It was almost like, let's practice this in the green room and see if we can pull it off. And then Gronk just being Gronk. Mikey, well done on Sound Off this week. That was hilarious. If you missed any of that, we're going to pull that out and post it on social media today. That was really, really well done. All right, we need to have a great day of picks. There are 2 baseball games. The NHL kicks off today. And, of course, we always look ahead as well. It's time to lock it in. All right, 10 seconds or less, just 1 or 2 nuggets is all that I need. Raphael, my numbers guy, start us off.
We're going to Mariners Tigers over 7.5. The wind shifted. Like I said, one of these games is going to go under. Now if the wind shifted, I think both games go over the total now. In this one, I just like both of them, both bats to score at least 3+ runs in this game. And then in hockey, give me the Kings team total over 3.5 at +135. BetMGM has it at 3. I would take both numbers. You can still get a good price at -110 at 3. Backup goalie Scott Wedgwood is in the pipes for Colorado. That's why we see a lot of goals.
Soupy, talk to me.
Yankees, Blue Jays, both teams to score 3+ runs. This has hit in 8 of the 13 games in the regular season. It hit in game 2. Bieber has allowed 2 home runs in his last 2 starts, and we know Rodon can be very inconsistent. Let me go take Logan Gilbert now with 7+ strikeouts. He has 19 of them against Detroit in 10 innings. And since September 6th, well, the Tigers have the 6th worst rated strikeout rate.
Boom. I love that little nugget. Mikey P, let's come down to you.
Give me Julio Rodriguez, 2+ total bases in the game against the Tigers. He's batting .444 against the Tigers in this series. And then to continue that little synergy with myself, that could be a t-shirt. Seattle Mariners team total hits over 7.5 at a -125.
No, it cannot. Peyton, you're up.
I'm taking the Blue Jays +0.5. Want to reiterate, this is the first 5. I know it doesn't say it on the screen. This is the first 5. They could either be tied or leading after the first 5 innings. Also, the Florida Panthers to cover the puck line against one of the worst teams in hockey last year, the Chicago Blackhawks.
I absolutely love it. All right, Raphael, I need you to make me smarter.
We're going to the ice. 8 of the Colorado Avalanche's last 9 road openers have gone over the total. I could see 6 or 7 goals hitting the back of the net tonight.
All right, I got to address a couple of things from the chat. First, from Big Cheesy, he said, "Is that Peyton's dorm room decor behind him? What do the ladies think?"
Okay, Big Cheesy, the ladies helped me set this up. Of course they love it.
Very, very true. Raphael, apparently they want Dancing with the Stars to call you. Kimberly does. Would you answer the phone if they did?
It's bad enough I have to do odds for Dancing with the Stars, but of course I would be Dancing with the Stars. I would do it.
I don't even know who's on Dancing with the Stars this year. If you watch one episode,
Dancing with the C Stars. I used to be B Stars. Now they're C Stars.
Great story. Years ago, Stacy Keebler, I don't know if you guys remember this. Stacy Keebler was on Dancing with the Stars, and she used it to get out of wrestling. Vince gave her a break. Yeah. And so she basically said, I'm above wrestling. I'm better than wrestling. And we were partying in Vegas, and her 15 seconds of fame ran out very, very quickly. Nobody remembers third place. And she tried to come kick it with us at the Palms, and she couldn't get into the VIP. It happens. Peyton, you know what that's all about. I mean, you're a VIP guy. Bottles, pop it.
Only VIP for me. Raph, I'm curious, who would your Dancing with the Stars partner want to be if you had to choose?
Good question.
What's the female, the Huff? What's her name? Her first name? Juliana Huff. I would probably be her.
Juliana Huff.
I think that's her last name.
She's got a brother too, a twin brother. Yeah. He's great. He's built this. He goes everywhere. He was just with the Savannah Bananas, and they did a whole dancing thing. I can't remember what his name is though, but I know his wife battled cancer, and it's really a crazy story. But he's a good dude. That's a good family. So we'll see. We'll see. How do we get to Dancing with the Stars is what I don't want to know. All right, a quick reminder. Tomorrow night, Wednesday night, our first premium pop-up. We'll be live betting college football, which is awesome. Maction, I think, starts next week, right, Raphael? A week from tonight?
Yes. Wednesday this week is 2 Conference USA games on Wednesday.
Conference USA. These leagues are getting it. They're realizing they would rather have Wednesday and have the whole night to themselves than try to fight Saturday when nobody even knows that they're playing. Gentlemen, well done today. Thank you very much. Producer man, yes, that one shot is coming. Don't forget, we've got the live podcast to support the morning show around 11:15, 11:20 a.m. Eastern time. Off the ropes from 2 to 4 Eastern today on Sirius XM, channel 156. And if you missed any of the Coach and Bro show, you can catch it on demand at any point. But there is only one thing left to do. And I believe you all know what that is. You've got your marching orders. Let's take all of these tickets straight to the pay window for my entire company. Damn it. Love them all. Young Peyton, Mikey P, Soupy, Raphael, producer man, always behind the scenes. I'm simply the coach trying to keep this train on said track. And it ain't easy sometimes. We grind for you so we can win with you. It's what we're all about here at Coaching Company on Stadium and Valley Sports Live. Have a great day.